Hey everyone, it's Molly. Welcome back. If you're new, welcome in. Today I am going to be working on a bigger box. This is 13 and a half inches long by 4 inches tall and about three and a half inches deep. So this is a big one. This is what I picked up from Hobby Lobby. When they have sales 50% off, guys, this is the way to go. I'm telling you, you can even order it online. It has hinges and this really great hinge software here. This is just another box. I've already started on one. And I've actually taken all the hardware off of it. Let me grab that. And started decorating it. So, I painted this whole box black, inside and out. And then I took all the hardware off. So the reason I did that was I will spray paint it. I'll assess how it is. And then if I'm not happy with it, I'm not going to pull that out. I have other hardware that I found in my stash when I used to do these boxes a long time ago. What I have on the top is I painted the top white, and then I put down Floral Romance Transfer from Bells and Whistles, sorry. I don't know where I got this. I don't know if it was from Etsy or Amazon. I'm sure it was one of them. So just search for Bells and Whistles Floral Romance Transfer if you like this transfer. They have a lot of beautiful ones. These are the huge ones that go on your furniture. So I couldn't get everything on my screen while I was trying to get this on here. And then the other thing I did was I like my dark edges. So I took my Stays On archival ink and I dabbed and did this all the way around so that I would have some. Oh my gosh, my husband's coming around my window with the weed whacker right now. Can you believe the timing of this? That's so funny. It's been a day. So I have not sealed this or anything yet. I'm going to set this aside, but when I come back, I'm going to have some clay because you know what? I want to tile this whole thing. This is going to be a huge project. This is going to be a heavy piece when it's done, but I think it'll look beautiful. And the one thing I'm going to do with my tiles this time, I think, is make them much larger than I do when I'm working on the smaller boxes. Because while I love the mosaics, I think it would be too much to just bury it in a bunch of teeny tiny. So I don't know. So let me get my clay ready and then we'll come back and we'll do that together. Okay, I'm back with step 2 that I'm doing with this project. Funny thing, you may recognize I'm doing a collage here. So this was not my original choice. That is my dog Mo. He is very loud. I am very sorry. This is real life. But I actually started to put one down ahead of this and it curled and I had to rip it up. So what I did with that was put it down on a piece of watercolor paper. And then I took the watercolor paper and I did my tiles on the back side like I usually do, my wood tiles. So I'm going to cut this out and we'll get them resined. Okay, so at this stage, I'm resining everything. I have a few more to go here. Oh, my dog wants to help. I wish he could. I personally don't love this step. I just love the outcome of it. But yeah, I have most of them done. I have 3 more to go. And I'm so excited. These tiles look really cool. Oh, I'm not talking. Moe is. Okay. I'm on doing a video. Be quiet. I've had this dog out so many times today. I don't know what to do with him. Alright. I think you guys get the point. I'm going to leave it here. Do these last 2 and be back in 1 second. Hey everybody, it's Molly. I'm back. It's the next day. Okay. So I've rolled out all of my colors that will go with our lid. I need to do more to this lid, but I haven't decided what yet. I may do rhinestones in between areas. I may do something different with the border. I may stamp like a script stamp over it. I'm not sure, but I want to see how the piece comes together before I finish this. I'm also going to put a handle on the top, and we'll put legs on the bottom. But anyway, I took this. I had another print. I think that's where we left off, but these are the tiles that came out of that print, and they turned out good. They're not very flowy, like they go. So this is going to be very interesting how this comes together. So in my last clip I mentioned I'm going to do larger tiles. I'm going to do some different things here this time. Let me stack these up. I got a lot going on my desk. So I have all my colors. I did pull this orange, which is only literally like right here, and it matches perfectly, but I think it needs to be very minimum, and I have it set aside right now. So the first thing I want to do is roll out some black clay, because I have this idea I want to do, and I should have done this before I came back on camera. But I have a little bit right here, and this will be plenty. So I always heat it up, get it working, and then take my roller. Okay, so I had this idea. I wanted to do some strips that would be the whole length of the box. So you know, this is the side. I'm zoomed in so you can't see it, but I'm going to take the box and I'm going to put a mark into the height, or the length, whatever way you want to look at it, but this would be the height. So I have this cutter, and I want to make a few of these strips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll be plenty. Should be more than enough. Okay. This is souffle. And these cutters, as much as I love them, they kind of stink, because no matter how hard you push down, they struggle a bit with them. Now, I can't get in here. So, So what I just did, oh, this has pink in the middle. Oh, it's because of what I cut last time. Shoot. All right, that's okay. I'm not going to probably use that end. So what I was thinking is I'm going to put little white circles down the strip, and then I'll have these bars or grout that'll be a little bit different than what I typically do. We're going to have to work in the middle here because these are getting too long and they're bowing. Come on. Get to the party. So, yeah. How am I going to measure this now? I'm going to use a ruler. You know, that old-fashioned measuring instrument. All right, so let me get this down. I'm sorry, but I need these to be straight, and they're all bowing. I don't mind stretching them a little. Sometimes, if you are having a problem with things bending, you just need to stretch them a little bit. Unless you're really, like, everything has to be the exact same height, but I mean, it's going to be millimeters. I don't know. Let's see if this works. So I'm going to measure the end of the box, or the height of the box. It is 2.5 inches. Okay. So that means now I can only hope that these are going to all be straight. Okay, so I've picked up everything that I didn't want to pick up. These are all going back into scraps. Or not scrap, but just leftover black. Again, I think this is souffle mixed with Primo. You guys, I've been buying the pearl and black by the pound for Primo. And it is cheaper to buy, okay, last week, it was cheaper to buy a couple bucks off of Amazon than Sculpey. But Amazon for the smaller packs is charging like, and I've seen them for anywhere from $4 to $6, $7 just for the small pack. So go to Sculpey.com. That's where I order mine from. If you guys have a better place to order from, I know there's a lot out there. There's the Superstore. Can't remember the exact name of it. I think I visited every single one, and I just need the cheapest place ever. So if you have a place, leave it in the comments. I'm trying to find a tray that's not disgusting because I want to kind of work off of the tray. Let's do one and then see if I have to work on the tray. I should have covered it in foil. I'm so embarrassed. But I do my, while they're stuck to the tray when they come out of the oven, I like to varnish and seal them right on the tray. Oh man, my idea might be busted here. I think it'll work. Okay, let's get some white down here. Now, because I get these little, hello camera, where are you? I get these little circle from the plunger. I'm going to put them down upside down. Oh, that really stuck. I don't know, this could look terrible. But I think this is going to be a whimsical piece. And so I have black and white little square tiles too. It's not 100% even, but it's what makes it unique. I said we were going to do one. I can't imagine I'm going to need all 6 of these. That's really off. Okay, this is working. If you only bake these, I mean, you got to make sure your oven's preheated, whether it's your countertop oven or your regular oven. Wait a minute, is this one? Yeah, that's the same size. I am going to move these over. I'm going to do them right on the wax paper. That's what I'm going to do. Put this right in on it. Okay. I have now yet another idea. I want to put... Okay, guys. So that's done. I'm looking for my rhinestones. I need to clean my desk. I'm guessing I'm not probably alone on that, but... Ooh. I was debating using different colors. Let's try this first. Get my pencil here. This actually looks really cool. I'm not going to use the colored ones. And I intentionally did not put a textured background. I want to leave this plain. I want to try to do some different things with this piece. You know, it's so hard to get out of, you know, we each have our own styles, and you just got to find your style. And I'm trying to do some different things because I feel like sometimes I look at something, I'm like, that's the same as that one. It's just a different color and a different theme. But it's okay. They're really cute. I love everything, but it's like, man, I'd really like to do, you know, that, oh, shoot. At the end of, oh boy. At the end of when you finally finish a project and you get that sense of pride and you just, I'm like, I want to show everybody what I did. And then nobody cares because they're not into this like I am. But, you know, don't forget, technically, a project is never finished, right? I've often gone back and looked at something that I did. For example, that Tooth Fairy box that we did. I'm going to go back and paint the bottom of the legs. This is a bigger example of what our legs were on it. But I think I'm going to go paint the bottom or this part a bluish purple color to match the top. And, you know, I just never thought of it until, like, you know, you wake up randomly at 3 in the morning with thoughts. So, all right, so I'm going to put this whole thing on my tray. All right, now, rhinestones out of the way. White can go over here. So, I don't know where to go here. What colors should we use? I really hope I was in camera when I was just doing all that. I forgot to check. Oh gosh. Let me get some stuff together for the next clip on here. Be right back. Okay, I know what we're gonna do. So I have these cutters. I've never used them before. What I think I'm gonna do is do a large square, 1.5 inch. Yeah, 1.5 inch size square. Pretty similar, a little bit smaller than these. But I'm gonna punch out the flowers on this one and then use mica powder. So let's try it. I'm going to put a texture on the back. I do not know. I know I got this from Amazon, and I actually got it about a month ago, maybe, for $3.99 with free shipping and all that when you have Prime. But I don't know what the name of it is. I wish I did, because I'd love to tell you, because it's like one of my best texture sheets and stamps. Another go-to. It's 5x5. Okay. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. No, I didn't want that to happen, but that's what happens when you fill your whole sheet with clay. Okay, now I'm going to put some mica powder on it. I'm looking... I'm sorry, I can't find what I'm looking for. Interface green. Sorry if I forget to edit that out. I didn't mean you to sit here for so long. I don't want to add a big contrasting color. But you can't. You can just barely see this, and that's okay. It gives it a little shimmer, so when the light hits it, it'll have a little shimmer to it. But this isn't the highlight, because we're going to do the flowers on top. And then this takes forever. You know the one thing I noticed with the Pearl X, and this is the interference green, and I know I always say interface. It's a bad habit. But the interference green, or any of the Pearl X colors, go on. I put the same amount on my finger as I do the Jet Age Studio ones, and it takes me half the time. Like, the Jet Age Studios are a little bit more grainy. I know that's a funny word, but they are. They're just more grainy. And so you don't get as much on your fingertip. So it takes you twice as long. Alright, so I already picked that up. I want to cut out my squares first. Oops, I might have messed that one up. We'll just get as many as we can. Whew. Just gonna make it. These backgrounds look really cool. Now, I don't need this many of them, but it would be nice to cut these up and have some other sizes. I'm going to have to trim some edges. Jeez. Oh, man, I can't. Urgh. Why do some cutters cut better than others? They're all made the same. I don't know. But the edges need cleaned up. Which I'm not going to do, I think, till after we press the flowers in. As I continue to do it. It bugs me. It just really bugs me. So let me just get this one. Okay, and this one's a little, there it goes. So like, I'll use this and cut it down. I mean, obviously we can't use that corner, but, so, let's see. I have this little flower. Uh-oh. There's no hole in the top to get it out. Brother. Well, that didn't work. I know what I can do. Here's a tip. You probably already know this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Use your water bottle. Spray it. If this doesn't work, then we'll need another plan. This definitely is working better, though. So, I'm just going to put one on here. And then I'm going to put a mark down the center of each petal. That wax paper, you just flip it around. Or if you're using a piece of tile on your workstation, that's the nice part. Guess who's going in here? I'm going to pull some smaller. I have some little pink ones. I shouldn't have put that so close to the corner. Okay. I just keep flipping them till I get what I want. Okay. Okay. There we go. Jeez, oh man, I thought I would be here till next year with that. Okay, so I want to just do, I just dumped a whole bunch over here. Let me grab them. I'm just hoping you can see all this. That's so pretty. I'm going to stop right there. And then I'm going to get my paintbrush, in theory. Come on, little guy. And I'm going to take purple. Creative Art by Jet Age Studio on Etsy. This is Purple Rose. I just used it for a tooth fairy. I'm just going to go inside where the vines are. Veins. Okay. Well, in hindsight, it really stinks. I don't even know that I don't like it. I have to redo it. I have to, sorry. There's not even any purple in the lid. It's gonna look so awkward. Okay. This is how projects go. This is why they take so long to make. I just put this away. I mean, that water helped, but this keeps happening. I'm leaving this in here because the struggle is real. So here's what we're gonna do. I don't want any of that purple in there. I'm gonna grab a new piece. So one, two, three. I'm cutting out circles, and we're gonna make our own flower. I don't know how many we need, so the other thing is, maybe I should do it this way. When you cut them out with the cutter, you get even size, but just like a real flower, not every leaf is the same. Now we're going to push this down. All right, so that's good. Now, this just adds a little realism. If you guys haven't seen my tutorial on the needle tool, you gotta go watch it. It's not that long. I love these. This is my new one I just made with you guys. Alright, so we're not going to put purple on it, but I am going to put something on it. Okay, this is just white micro pearl. Just gonna do the ends. And you know what? I might put some wax on this after it bakes. Always use your wax after you bake. Bad. Thought my house was gonna burn down. Just don't. This kind of wax or rub and buff. I used to put it on, but not in large quantities. And boy, oh boy, put on a large quantity the other day, and I still regret that decision. I'm going to put a couple more. My dog wants down here so bad, but he can't open the door. Oh, he just did. I think. He's no problem. He comes and lays next to me. But sometimes he's like right on top of my chair, underneath it. Oh, that looks so much better, doesn't it? And I can't move. That looks really pretty. Okay. Now, can I pick this up without? So I think I need to cut off the edge on this. Alright, I'm going to go do something with the rest of these, and then I'll come back and share with you what I did. Okay, those are in the oven. I forgot to show you where I ended up, but I will after they come out of the oven. I'm going to move on to the light pink, and I want to also make sure I'm tying into the black where I can. So I'm going to use my archival ink, and then I have this really pretty stamp, which will be easier to see after I put it down. Now, I can't find, well, I know where my bigger acrylic, I thought I heard something beeping. I know where my bigger acrylic is, and it has stuff on it. It's all laid out, and I need to get another one, but it is not an urgent thing. So I know I'm out of camera. Sorry, coming right back. I just want to have you guys as close as possible so you can see. So I don't know if I don't know what I'm doing. Don't fall off. Okay, I'm just gonna go this way. Now I don't care if there's a little impression, but I'm not going for an impression. Oh man, you can hardly see any of these words. Everything else came out okay. It's okay, I guess. Kind of cute. Do this again. Maybe I didn't put enough ink in the middle. Try one more here. I forget I have to work upside down with you guys, and I'm so sorry. I'm getting so much better, though. Oh my gosh. I watched some of my first videos, and I'm like, what the heck? That one came out awesome. Alright, well, that means we'll have choices. I'm using my alcohol just to clean off what I can. Good as new. And even if not, it's archival ink, so you'll be fine. Alright, These are all going away. I feel like this is that one that we had problems with. I think I got it that time. I'm only going to do 2 in this size. And then I'm going to use, this is one of my go-tos. You want to have options. It's going to look cool. I'm going to put stickles over these. And that's going to look really cool. Just barely fit. So I got to remember to push my tiles up to the top of my tray because I want as much space as possible, especially when you're doing these big ones on a small tray. Okay, so I'm just going to cut off little bits here. So you guys know, I roll out on a number 2. I have an Atlas 150 from Mercado pasta machine, and 0 is my thickest setting, and I roll everything out on a 2. You can go thinner, you can go thicker. That's just my happy place. So, little butterfly. Butterflies and flowers always go so well together. And then I guess I'll do some small fillers. Some strips. Okay, that'll be a good one. I know I said I was doing all larger, but I mean, you have to have the smaller ones for filler. And, you know, you just don't ever know how much you're going to need. The birds are chirping outside, so the sun must be coming up. I was back down here at 4 o'clock this morning. It's a Monday. I need to work. So I have about another hour and 15 minutes. I'd rather be down here all day. Well, good balance, work-life balance, right? Work-life crafts. In that order. All right. I mix up my clay even when there is the stamp left over. And if you put it through enough, you just won't have a problem after you put it through several times. I mean, not a ridiculous amount of times, but you'll know when it's mixed up. It'll just have a tiny tad darker color, but you won't even be able to tell. Speaking of which, I want to show you something. All right, here's another color that we're going to use. When you guys are folding this to put it in through your pasta machine, always run with this edge down, because then I just ran it through. I didn't blend this enough. Then you're going to have no air bubbles. If you ever put stuff through your pasta machine and then you hear it pop, it's because you caught air in it. So if you're always, wherever you fold, putting in that side in the pasta machine and the 2 loose ends at the top, you shouldn't have that problem. I am not guaranteeing anything, but that's just a little tip to pass along. Okay, I'll be right back with this color. Okay, I'm back, and we're going to be using some gold leaf, and we're going to paint it. I'm always afraid to move my camera. Okay. Okay, first things first. If you're using gold leaf, I know you can get it off of Amazon. In the little 3x3s in different colors. I have those. I use them. I have some really great ones, and I have some really sucky ones. And if you've ever had a mess with gold leaf, you know what I'm talking about. Michael's, and this is also on Amazon, but just go to Michael's because it ships from Michael's and it's cheaper from Michael's. But they sell premium ready gold leaf. Okay? The ready is a big thing here because these really stay on the sheet until you're ready to use it. Now, I say that, but I have a leftover sheet, and you can actually, until you put it down on your clay, it will stay with the paper. You're not going to have flakes flying everywhere. Now, I say that, and I have a few leftover pieces here, which is fine because, look, I even was able to get that out. We're going to stamp this now. Let me put this over here because I don't want to lose. Every little bit counts. I am using, again, my favorite Cool Tools rollable texture tile in curly spirals. Okay? So, my camera's shaking because I'm doing this, so I apologize. You really have a hard time rolling without it shifting. So what I'm doing is a big no-no. But I want to get a good imprint. It might be shifting. I should probably stop. What is recommended to do, let me see what I did here. It's okay, it shifted a little. Is little kitty cats through the whole thing. And then you pick it up and you see if everybody is good or not. Okay? And also with the ready gold leaf, you should not have any stuck to your stamp or your texture sheet. Okay? That is a Lori Micah tip for you, if you know who Lori Micah is. Love her. Okay. I've taken a class, but not going to share everything we learned through there because it's a long story. I ended up not being real thrilled with it. I thought it was more for beginners, and it wasn't stated, but I did pick up a couple tips. I lost my cutter. I'm sure it's here somewhere. You know, I try to get so organized. Here it is. Before I hit record, and here we are. Now, I'm going to take off some pieces without the gold leaf. I am going to trim the rest of this down. And yes, I roll up the clay with the gold leaf, and you get a nice glittery color. Or you can use it in your scraps. But waste not, want not, right? Alright, so I know these edges are plain, and I don't care. I really don't care. This is going to all come together really well. Except that I might need to mix up a color here. So let me get everybody in here. Move you over. All right, so I have a ton of paint, but I like the Golden brand, and so that's what I'm using. I'm trying to get my colors to match, but this is a little bright. The copper really isn't. Anyway, we're going to do some finger painting, and I better get a couple. You're going to want wet paper towels or baby wipes at this stage. I want to try something first. Okay, that's way too much paint. Way too much. I do this all the time, so I want to mix some black in here and see if I can tone this down, which it worked perfectly. Okay. Ready? Don't need this everywhere. Why do this over the gold leaf and hide the gold leaf? I'm going to show you in a second. I'm also going to use this Mars de Titan Claire. Pale. Titan Mars Pale. Oh, I was reading the freaking French version. I'm not even going to clean off my brush, because this is all supposed to blend together. Look at that. This is exactly what I wanted. Now, remember when I said you need a wet paper towel or baby wipes? This is why. Ew. Now your gold is coming back through. Watch how much you do this, though. Okay, I think this is perfect, and I'm not going to do any more. I don't think. I have copper and white up here still. I don't want to add any white. Okay. If you didn't think you can bake acrylic paint, whoever told you that? Times have changed. You can. But see how the gold pops through now? And you just get this really unique piece. Here, let me pick it up for you. It's like sparkly and painted. There's some other things you can do, but I'm gonna not share that. I just don't feel right taking a class and getting a refund, so I can't. But maybe someday I will. Okay, now I'm just gonna hit this real quick, but you don't even need to do this because this will dry out in the oven. But I mean, okay, it'll dry out in the oven. I think this is my only problem child. All right, so now don't forget, you gotta pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, or it will stretch. All right, let's get a few. I don't have a ton of clay here, right? So mean, I'm literally going to get 6 out of this. I'm so sorry, God, my allergies are just insane. So, ding! My first one is done. See, you just get this cool glitter effect. Totally usable. Alright, I gotta get that one out of the oven. These, I mean, come on. So awesome. Alright. We are going to have a mishmash of styles in here, which is what I figured we would need. And this is not everybody's cup of tea. And believe me, I completely understand that. I'm going to cut this one. But to each their own. This is my style. I can always, if I don't feel the flowers go with this, can always do something different with the lid. And waste. Ugh. Those transfers were expensive. I have a whole drawer full of them. Man, I really went to town when I used to do this. And it's so cool to come back and have all this stuff to work from. It's worth the investment if you're going to keep up with it. You know what I mean? Some small ones. Okay, my tray is full over here. My oven just went off. So I will go take care of that. And then come back and we will... Now I got clay on the bottom of my mouse. We'll come back and do the next one. Okay, so first batch is out of the oven. And they look really good. The next phase is I'm going to put my sealer on. And I've put this in my previous messages. I use Pledge Revive It Floor Gloss. It sounds crazy. I learned this from Susan at Turtle Soup Beads years ago, and I have used it ever since. Now what I'm going to do is go over, and this stuff dries super fast. I'm going to go over all of my ones that don't have any, or areas that don't have any bling on them. I don't know if we're going to end up using these guys. I don't know if I'm feeling it, but that's the beauty of when you see it come together. And then the next thing we're going to do not try to not go over your rhinestones. I have, and they're okay. I mean, you're definitely not going to ruin anything if that's what you're worried about. But all you need is a smaller brush. This is a 0. And then you just go in and get as close as you can. And again, it's okay if you get over them a little bit. It just takes a second. And the nice part about this is that with a wet paper towel or a baby wipe, you just wipe off your brush and you can use it next time. If it gets a little stiff, just bend it back. And all the little hairs in the toothbrush, in the paintbrush will come right back to life. It's amazing to me. I love when you can reuse brushes. Love it without like going to the sink and doing the whole 9 yards, right? Did I get these? I can't remember. Oh well, we're gonna do them again. Okay, so again, I'm just gonna do that, do this. Makeup brushes, guys. Buy makeup brushes. They go on without any streaking. They're so easy to use. They're so much more inexpensive than going through tons of paintbrushes. Or not. Some people are better at taking care of their paintbrushes than I am. So the next thing is these are going to dry, and then I'm in a file. All you need is a nail file. okay? Mine's pretty gritty. I use this for my decoupage. Anywhere you want to sand off extras, this one, for example, needs to be done. But I want them to dry first. So I'm going to set this aside. And then our next color is going to be this baby greenish blue. And we're going to stamp again, but this time we're going to use, what color is this? Copper. Cosmic copper. Okay, so I've used this before. I also have green stays on. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, and I have this little bucket of a barrel of stamps. I got this probably 10 years ago. So I don't want to use that one. I'm guessing the ones on the bottom are the ones I don't use. Yeah. Wait, was there a butterfly? No. What's that one? Little sunshine. There's some flowers. Trying to stick with the flower theme. Okay. I'm not going to use the rose. Okay. Here we go. Look at this. Because there is, this definitely will tie in with these colors in here. Some of them over here. And this ties in with some of these flowers down here. Okay. Hey, if you don't like something when you go to use it, then don't use it. I don't clean these ones off. They're fine. I've done this so many times. Now, where I'm messing up right now is critical. Okay, this one came out okay. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of space here on my trays. I don't like... Hold on. I gotta change trays over here off camera because I think one of them needs to go bye-bye. Okay, I'll use this one. I'm gonna stamp out my squares because... First of all, I'm getting ink all over the plunger. It's okay, we're going to do these upside down. I don't know how many I have. Because I can't see when I'm using this where the center is. So, you know, it's like I always say, you do these things a million times and then you go, what was I thinking? I've learned this lesson so many times. You just don't want to press too hard because you want to keep the shape. So I flipped all these upside down so you don't see the plunger little knob on them. Did I already do this one? I did. Did I put... Okay, we're good. Jeez. Alright, so here's a little ladybug. Much better. And then I have this flower. It's not exactly even, but I don't care. Look at those little roses. Or flowers, I mean. Let's do this one again. Now I have two that are not centered. So, that one's okay. I can cut down. That one's a little off. I don't know. Do you guys have any tips or tricks? Leave them in the comments. That one's okay. Maybe I'll do another one. Yeah. I got my fingernails in it. Speaking of nails, I always do this. I'm so sorry, mine are so gross. I keep trying to take care of them, and then I'm gluing and Mod Podging and just painting, and everything sticks to them, you know. Alright, so we didn't need the green. So I'm going to put these on. These will be beautiful little accent pieces. I'm excited about these. Oh, I was gonna trim this one. Ta-da! Something doesn't look straight. Okay. Do you ever try to even stuff up and before you know it, there's like nothing left of your tile? Guilty. All right. You just never know where you might need those fillers. Maybe we won't use them at all. I don't know. We gotta wait until we get there. Funny part is, by the time you see this, you've already seen the finished project. Both. And I haven't, because I have no idea where we're going here. But I'm liking how things are coming together. Alright. I'm just gonna put a texture sheet on here. This side's better, cleaner. And get a couple bigger ones and put those in the oven. And I'll be back with our next color. If I can find, my mouse is like, oh, here it is. All right, guys, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, everybody, the tiles are all baked. They're all done. I added, I think it was the pink. I actually took a break from this. I recorded this about a week ago. The previous, up until right now, was about a week ago. And then I was going to put my tiles on, and I realized why I've always painted the sides and done the tiles on the top is because there's hardware, right? So this hardware flips. So I had to leave this huge black space, but it came out okay. I was ready to ditch this project. I just got frustrated and I started on another one. So back at it this morning, I did glue down, and I just glued them down, the tiles. So the next step is to fill in the gaps and decorate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to put rhinestone or ball chain in where I have the gaps. I need to make one over here. Oh, I can't. Darn it. Because this goes right here. That's all she wrote. I can't move it over anymore. I have a little bit of room here. Can fudge it a little bit so you can create a gap if you need it. Okay, so I'm going to go fill these in, and then when I come back, we're going to decorate the tiles together. Okay? And you know, it's matching great with the lid. And I think on the sides of the box, I'm gonna just do a pink check or a black and white check. Probably pink. Probably pink. Anyway, okay, so I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I have the rhinestones in, and now it's time to bling it up. I have this facing me, so you're seeing it upside down, but I don't think it matters at this point. I'm going to be using B7000. There are many of these. This is the gold one. And this is what's best for beads. I also have some stickles, which I'm going to put on first. And I'm using crystal. So I'm going to put the stickles on my stamped tiles. So it's clear, but it adds just glitter. It's just glitter glue. And I just love it because it adds some more sparkle. I need a wipe. Oh gosh, I got two. Yeah, because it adds a sparkle. And I think it just looks so cool. I may add more. I think this little guy needs something. Oh, you know what? I have a pink. This one is pink. Pink taffeta. Okay. Let me try this. How about I'm running out? I think this will look pretty. I'll leave the center. I have some green, but I'm going to just use more of the crystal. Now watch, I'll hit it while I'm doing something else and mess it up. I'm calling it right now. Okay. Never learned. All right. So I was thinking that these tiles here would be perfect for rhinestones. Now this glue, you have time before it dries. So I can go ahead and add, I'm out of camera right now, but I'm adding it to one more on the side over here. Okay. See, I just hit it. I knew it. Well, I called it, and I should have known better than to do this. I can't see. I got to get my magnifying glasses on. This is just perfect. Let me get... Okay, that'll be okay till I hit it again, right? Okay. Glasses off. Alright, so I think I want to use pink on these. So let me get a few out. I still have to do the whole other side of this box. And I'll be honest with you, I am not 100% sure that I'm going to have enough clay, which would really stink. But I'm going to see what happens. And on the back, there's 2 hinges. So I need, two spaces. These are a little smaller. Yes, this dries clear. This one's not coming off. I stuck my hand in there again. Oh my gosh. I'll put a bigger one here. That looks pretty. Blinging it out. Blinging it out. Rhinestones look pretty on all of these. It's just so hard to decide. Just cleaning up what I had on my desk. And they're so tiny. Oops. I gotta run away. I got one stuck to my hand and I gotta run away and I have glitter all over my hand. Alright. Gotta love it. I don't know if I do have green. We could do green on the pink. But I wanted to try something on the pink. I wanted to use the Indian pink metallic wax. Just like a little bit. I'm not doing anything to these. They're so pretty on their own. Yeah, adding that little bit of pink helps break these up a little bit. I had 3 on here and I just did them all. That's it. I don't want any more than that. All right. Should we do green on the pink? Let's see what it will look like before we do anything. Oops. My poor dog is sitting right next to me, sleeping, and I drop things next to him. I like it. And actually, I like just doing maybe one in the center of this one. All right. I am just trying to get more rhinestones ready. God, I don't want to hit. Get off. Trying to remember the stickles down there. This is going to be blinged out, right? Okay, so I don't think I'm going to add any more. I have one on the other side. I'm just going to add 3 to real quick. Oh. Oh dear. Okay. The weatherman's telling me it's raining outside. That's just great. But you know what? It's been in the 40s and 50s. We had the most mild winter. I live right near Lake Erie, and I'm in a lake effect snow belt. And usually we get tons and tons of snow during the winter. And the lake effect, when it comes off, is not predictable typically. They try to, but when they tell you it's going to snow, it doesn't. And then when they say there's not going to be any snow, you get 3 feet. But I've lived here my whole life, so I'm used to it. But this weekend, it's supposed to be 78 on Saturday and 81 on Sunday. I'm so excited. So I don't know if I'll be down here. I'm wondering if I should add some gold stickles in this crack. You know, you can use stickles to mimic rhinestones too. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so that side, well, I'm not sure about that green one. Let's come back to that, because I already put glue down here. And my rhinestones are way over there. Come on, everybody, get to the party. All right, put these on. Okay. Beautiful. All right, I think we have another place for some gold stickles. I cannot find it. Here it is. I did not file that green one down like I should have. I try not to overuse the stickles. They're not an inexpensive thing. All right, when I come back, we'll do the green ones. Okay, I'm back, and I had an idea for the green ones. I'm gonna use super glue. I like the Gorilla Glue. I've just never had a problem with it. I use it very sparingly though, because it's crazy to me. It's $10 for this little 1/4 ounce thing. I mean, it's nuts. So I'm gonna put that down. And it should be stuck by now. I'm going to come back to that. And then I have this little cute one for over here. Oh boy, I do not want this on my fingers. Oh, shoot. Okay, that one. Get back. Oh my gosh. Don't argue with me. Alright. The other one is glued down. I just checked it. So, yeah. So this is where we're at for right now. Now I have the whole other side to do. So that'll be the end of this. I'll do the other side, and then like I said, I'm going to paint the ends. Because too much is too much. It'll look so cute. You'll have the checks. You'll have all these floral butterfly themed, different, you know, from grunge to whimsical. Like, I'm just mixing all these styles, and I think with the lid, it's going to look really cool. So, everybody has their own particular taste. I'm so far so happy with this. It's not my favorite piece, but some things come together better than others. But I'm letting the creative process work and just take me through. And when we get done, I'm sure there'll be a smile on my face. So, all right, let me go and start on the other side, and then I'll be back tomorrow probably, and so you won't know because you're watching this all at once. But I do want to get this done and get it published. I'm just, starting out. I want to make sure I've got a good library up there for people that choose to want to follow my page. All right, guys, I will be back. Hey, everybody, I'm back. I have tiled the other side of our box. I also did a coat of triple thick on the top. And it's really glossy. I put a thick coating on, and it looks great. I also took the hardware and painted it gold. And then I had these Tim Holtz legs that were like a pewter color. And where am I? My camera's backwards today. And I painted them metallic gold as well. And I put my little certified one-of-a-kind stamp on the bottom with my signature. And then on the back, I did the same thing with the hinges. And, I was so worried, like, how this was going to look with going around the hinges, but I'm not. I think it looks totally fine. And then on the sides, oh no, I don't know if I have enough room. I did black and white checks. And I put rhinestones in the middle. And I think it looks really cool. I was going to do the pink. And then the one thing I regret doing is I stamped around the edges to get a dark frame. And it got a little sloppy. It's not terrible, but I just don't like it. It looks a little messy. But other than that, I'm just totally thrilled with this box. And I just couldn't be happier. I may go in and add another tile right here. I mismeasured, I think. But I'm not going to do that right now. But I think this is going to be a gift for my mother-in-law for Mother's Day. And that's why I left this blank for now, because I'd like to put mom, mother, or her name in here. And I think she'd really appreciate this. And it's quite large, so it's a great little hider of all that little small stuff you need to keep somewhere. And it's so easy to open, and it's just beautiful. So anyway, that's it. This is done, finally. And we'll be moving on to the next project in my upcoming videos. So please subscribe if you haven't. I would really appreciate it. And then until next time, thanks guys. Bye.